Welcome to my lecture on political culture. This is the follow-up lecture of my political culture part 1. I am Nazrana Sheikh, Assistant Professor from Carmel College, Nouveau Goa. In this lecture, you will understand Armand's tripartite division of political culture and Armand's classification of the political system on the basis of different political cultures. At the end of the lecture, you will understand the meaning of political culture and describe Gabriel Armand's tripartite division of political culture, and you will be able to differentiate the political system on the basis of political culture. The concept of political culture owes its origin to Gabriel Armand's observation that every political system is embedded in a particular pattern of orientation to political actions. Political culture, like culture in general, is a learned behavior. In a certain political community, it stands for the pattern of individual attitudes and orientation towards politics of that community among the members of the polity. Political culture has been studied most extensively in the context of established Western democracies. The classic study of political culture is The Civic Culture, 1963, by American political scientists Gabriel Armand and Sidney Werber. Armand's tripartite division of political culture. Armand presents a classification of political culture on subject and participant basis, and his classification of the political system on the basis of different political cultures. In the classification of political culture, the basic factor is his emphasis on the role of subject and participants. Persons aware of the political system may be either subjects. Subjects are those individuals who are oriented to the political system and the impact with the inputs such as welfare benefits, laws may have upon their lives, but are not oriented towards participation in the input structures. And participants are those individuals who are oriented to input structures and processes and engaged in or view themselves as potentially engaging in articulation of demands and making of decisions. With this point of view, Armand presents a tripartite division of political culture. First, parochial political culture. This type of culture, according to Armand, exists in simple traditional societies in which there is very little specialization and where actors fulfill a combination of political, economic, and religious roles simultaneously. Here we find a pattern of undifferentiated role structure, as a chieftain performing the role of the administrator, priest, economist, etc. And the subjects living under him do not show any awareness of their political system as such, though they have much awareness of their community as a whole. A parochial political culture is specific to traditional societies or to communities that are unaware of importance of national issues and world issues and have no interest in the values and mechanism of national political system. This is the political culture of villages, ethnic groups, and regions where the church, the school, the town hall are the key institutions. In parochial cultures, example is African tribal societies where citizens have low cognitive, affective, and evaluative orientations towards the political objects. In this simpler traditional society, there are no specialized political role and therefore little expectation for political change. Second, subject political culture. It exists where there is a high frequency of orientations to the system as a whole and to its specifically output aspects. It occurs in dependent colonies where the people either feel pride or cultivate hostility towards the political system. That is, they either accept the decisions of their rulers as legitimate or struggle against them in the name of their right for self-determination. It's a different thing that Armand lays too much emphasis on the part of people's blind acceptance of the political system as legitimate and ignores the people's hostility that results in the form of movements repudiating the authority of the decision makers and ultimately demanding complete independence. In subject cultures, there is high cognitive, affective, and evaluative orientation towards the political system and policy outputs, but orientation towards input objects like political parties and the self as an active participant are minimal. Third, participant political culture. This type of culture exists in highly developed societies where people take active part in political sphere by considering themselves as active members of the polity. They are educated and are well conscious of their rights and duties. Evaluation and criticism of the system exists at all levels, and it is generally accepted as discernible that political activity should be under the close scrutiny of individuals and groups within the society. In participant cultures, members of the society have high cognitive, affective, and evaluative orientation towards the political system, the input objects, the policy outputs, and recognize the self as an active participant in the polity. Several actors tend to be activist and mobilized. In general, participant cultures are most compatible with democratic political structures. Here, the citizen is expected to have virtues of the subject, that is to obey the law, to be loyal, but at the same time expected to take part in the formation of decisions. A participative political culture which corresponds to democratic system and is the result of developed educational processes and a high extent of organization, also reflecting the political social experiences that are specific to democratic countries. After understanding the tripartite classification of political culture, let us now understand Ammons's classification of the political system on the basis of political cultures. First, Anglo-American system. This system, according to Ammon, operates in advanced Western countries like Britain and America, whose salient features are: first, such systems are characterized by multi-valued political cultures that are homogeneous and continuous in the sense that there is general agreement about ends and means in their realization. Politics become like a game in which several players, though rivals, play their part, but they never take their differences to the extent of converting the atmosphere of a game into that of a battlefield. Politics also looks like a marketplace where decision makers offer their inputs as exchanges for winning votes or people's support. Second, continental European political system. This system, according to Ammon, operates in less developed Western democratic countries of Europe like France, Italy, Sweden, Norway, whose features are: the political culture here is fragmented, where different sections of society establish different patterns of cultural development, while some are more developed than others. For this reason, the political culture has within it a train of political subcultures that may be affected by scientific and technological innovations. Each political subculture develops a separate subsystem of roles, with the result that various cultures become the focal points of the whole system. Third, pre-industrialized or partially industrialized political system. This category includes a large number of countries that have emerged from the days of long colonial domination. In such political system, the political culture of the rulers is imposed on the political culture of the subjects, whose main characteristics are: the political culture of masters is superimposed over the political culture of the subjects. The result is the erosion of the political culture of the subjects. Second, the leaders must try to establish a synthesis between the old and the new, and thereby develop characteristics providing a new source of legitimacy to the system. It is, however, possible that there may occur violent outbreaks that may make the whole system unstable if the charismatic leadership is exposed or replaced by another leadership of the same variety. For further reading, you can refer to following online and offline resources. Thank you very much.